Welcome on back to Skippers. Today I have 3 must-add players for your fantasy baseball teams in week 18. Subscribe, join the Discord. Let's get straight into these 3 players. First player is Will Benson of the Reds. He's only 23% rostered so far. 288 average, 7 home runs, 19 driven in, 10 stolen bases, and OPS of 926. Let's look at Will Benson's stats since he has been recalled from AAA. He is slashing 325, 432, 593 for an OPS over 1,000. A weighted runs created plus of 169. His walk rate 15.8%. He has 7 doubles, 4 triples, 7 home runs, and 10 stolen bases. Although Will Benson hits close to the bottom of the Reds lineup every night, he's showing why he had big time tools and why he was a highly regarded prospect before the strikeout numbers kind of began to haunt him and the numbers didn't show up in Cleveland, ended up getting him dealt. How the Reds have been able to develop bats or just scout talented bats has been very impressive. Will Benson has been able to drop his strikeout rate last year to this year to 27%, which still is a lot, but he's also walking near a 15% rate, which makes him able to use his 90th percentile sprint speed for good. From his time in the big leagues last season, Will Benson has made a jump by 6 miles per hour in average exit velocity and a launch angle gain of 5 degrees. His expected damage sits at 405 and is running an 11% barrel rate. Will Benson has made some big steps in his game, and I think he's a solid pickup while he is hot. It's great to have a piece of this Reds lineup, even if it's near the end, because they seem to be getting a lot of opportunity, and in 5 outfielder leagues, I am definitely picking up Will Benson. The next player is Tristan Cassis of the Red Sox. He is 42% rostered. So far this year, 247 average, 14 home runs, 37 driven in, and an OPS of 814. Cassis is finding himself in a nice little breakout post-All-Star game. Pre-All-Star game, he was hitting 225 with an OPS of 728, and since the Midsummer Classic, he is hitting 433 with 5 home runs and an OPS over 1,500. There are a lot of elite things about Tristan Cassis's profile. He has an average exit velocity in the 84th percentile, max exit velocity in the 86th percentile, hard hit rate in the 78th percentile, his xWOBAs in the 86th percentile, expected slug in the 83rd percentile, 90th percentile barrel rate, and a walk rate in the 95th percentile. Again, striking out at a decent amount, 27%, K percentage, and then a whiff percentage in the 36th percentile. He has a weighted runs created plus of 121. His batting average on balls in play has been going up to close to 300, and since a dreadful April in which he hit 133, he is 58 for 200, which is good for 290 with 11 home runs and a 908 OPS. The bad thing, he only has 44 at-bats against left-handers and hasn't been great in that small sample size. But Tristan Cassis is swinging a hot stick right now, so if I need some first base help, I am going to be picking him up. And lastly, we have a fresh call-up in Sal Frelick on the Brewers, 39% rostered in a short time in the big league so far, 556 average. He has a home run, he's driven in 3, and his OPS is over 1,500. Obviously, those numbers aren't going to close the stick, but reading the Scott White, this is what he had to say about Frelick. He was his #1 prospect to stash coming into the season, and now getting the call in late July finally. The reason he was delayed for so long is because he had surgery to repair a torn thumb ligament and hasn't looked quite right since returning. Batting only 255 at AAA, where he hit 365 last year. Frelick was one of the Brewers' top prospects for a reason, and they have been hitting him in the 4-hole since he has been called up. Frelick has played a good outfield, making a couple great catches in his debut, but the unknown is why you pick a guy like this up. He has the talent, he has the bat-to-ball skills. If he can swing it close to 300 for the rest of the season, you will be happy that you picked him up. Again, this is a waiver guy. You're not trading for him, so it's not that big of a deal if you end up dropping him in the near future, but I'm going to be taking my chance on a good prospect and picking up Sal Frelick. That's all the players for this week. Let me know what you guys think of these must-add players. Anyone else you are picking up, and I will see you guys tomorrow.